It's us. We're here. Get ready. Yeah, we're coming at you like Cleopatra. Here we are.
Aw, shit.
Get ready to die, everyone. I'm in a threatening mood today. It feels like it's been 100 years since we've streamed last.
Yeah, a little bit. You know,
Maybe 200. Who knows?
Do you
time
guys
just flies by when you're immortal.
did you guys go into
Yeah.
an iceberg, or is that just
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I think we were in icebergs next to each other because I could kind of see you, but not really.
I remember nothing.
Oh, dang. Well,
I
you just have to take my word
remember
for it. Duncan, you can vouch for me if you remember everything, right?
Do I remember everything? I don't know. Maybe I'm gaslighting you.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway,
Woo!
we're playing the game. You know the game.
Oh,
Acetone.
shit, I lost the game.
It's a silly lawyer game.
Oh, shit, I haven't even opened the game.
Yeah. I was wondering. I was like,
Hold on.
I know sometimes,
We're
like,
not playing the game.
Hold on, I got this.
You're
I got
talking
it.
about playing the game. It's commentary.
I was confused because sometimes, for reference, Dan doesn't, like, start the stream for Duncan and I until, like, we're actually ready to play. So I was like, Dan probably has it open. He just hasn't started it for us yet.
You know,
But no.
I find it very endearing that we always have to remind Dan to do it. I find it.
Yeah.
I have a
Also, like the stream.
I have a question for Capcom. Oh yeah, like the
Okay.
stream. And then answer my question for Capcom. Why didn't they allow me to full screen this video or this game?
Because they hate you.
Because fuck you specifically, Dan.
It makes it easier to read chat, so that's
Because
fine.
they didn't want you to play on Steam. They wanted you to play on Switch.
Oh, too bad. I feel like I had other things to say, but I don't know. Anyway, here's the game for Duncan and Yessie,
Yay.
and then here's the game for all of you. Look at that. All right. We're chilling.
Yay.
Just chill.
It's cold outside
we're
today.
done with the Gatewater land.
Oh yeah, that's
It
what
is
I,
It's on the
cold.
title screen.
that's what I wanted to say. It's cold outside. Hope everyone's staying warm. I'm over here in fuzzy pajama pants and socks, and a blanket. So,
I have slippers.
and Duncan is facing the cold. He has
I'm going
nothing
commando.
on. He is
No,
just
not
naked
really,
right
but-
now.
Spiritually, I'm going commando.
Spiritually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do what
That
you
is-
will with that information.
That was such a sentence.
In my heart, I'm commando. All right.
Oh, nothing.
All right, we got new items unlocked in the gallery. We'll look at that after we finish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Finally, this is the case I really like.
Yeah, I
finally,
really like this one too.
good case apparently. Not that the oh god, I don't supposed to. Oh god, the piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back many years ago. I'm back in time. 7 years earlier.
Ace Attorney loves the number 7.
All right. Just saying, Miles Edgeworth, be really careful when going back in time. Do
Shit, we have
not
to figure out
hate-
who's voice. I mean,
Do
I know
not
who I'm
hate
voicing.
your mother, or else you will cease to exist.
Yeah, that's right. I did it. I killed the guy. But it was the great thief Yatagarasu that told me to do it.
I asked the defendant, just what exactly are you trying to say?
Don't you get it? I know the true identity of Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench.
Are you saying I'm the Yatagarasu?
Don't you dare deny it! You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy.
Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is the good Yatagarasu?
That's exactly what I'm gonna...
Mr. Rex, I think we've heard just about enough out of you.
Your Honor, please, kill him! I'm telling the truth! You gotta
Your Honor,
believe
I'm
me!
the prosecutor. I should get to kill him.
Alright. Well then. The judge is all like, what the fuck?
Am I the judge?
In accordance with the... I'll do it for now. A new prosecutor shall be called... Actually, you can do it.
This court will be
I'll
in
pull up
recess
the
until the new
cast.
prosecutor is ready. Yeah,
Because I usually talk a lot as
Yeah.
Miles.
That's fair.
It's me!
There's people.
Wow. Look at them. I'm gonna talk
Look at
to
this. It's a
two of
brand
Yeah,
new
this is
view of
correct.
the courtroom, Dan.
them. Oh yeah, I didn't even look at the roles for this stream.
I did not.
So Dan, you have Miles, you have Mike Meekin. Nope, that's the wrong one.
Yeah.
You have
That was the
Mandy
last
Cochin, and technically you were supposed to be Bern Faraday, but I think
just
that
kinda
still worked
that
out.
way, so.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think actually Duncan and Dan, you two switched roles.
Well,
Oh.
Oh well, it's
Cool.
fine.
oh well.
Okay. Do we want to switch back?
I don't know that it matters too much.
Yay.
We can. It doesn't matter that.
It really doesn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, slightly younger Miles.
Slightly more pretentious too.
It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. And so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be as a replacement for the prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant. Yay. My favorite.
I think I know what this is.
I think this is Dan. Or nope, Duncan.
Edgeworth.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Jump scare.
Don't be afraid. HD Manfred von Karma can't hurt you. HD Manfred von Karma.
Miles is just like,
At least he's not from facing von Karma. Have you read all the documents regarding this trial?
I think you're doing a deeper voice than you did.
Am I?
Yeah.
I think
It's
you're
been a
more
while.
like,
It's been a hot minute
"You're
since
doing
I've
it."
done Manfred.
you haven't done it in a while, but
I need some reminders then.
yes, sir. I've memorized everything there is to know.
Very good.
There you go.
Paperwork for the prosecutor substitution is just about complete.
Yeah, I remember you doing like a very like breathy ends to sentences like it's complete. Like he's
I'm
just
trying to go for evil.
yeah, just
That's
very
not- that's not
intense.
what it
Just an evil accent.
Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma,
Boo!
will accept nothing short of perfection.
Boo hiss. I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I'm honored and proud.
As I have watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance.
This reminds me of that one meme where it's like, my daughter Franziska and her brother Miles. Why is Miles not a son? Like, aren't they not equal? I don't like him.
I don't. Oh, I skipped that for you.
Prove
that.
yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion.
Yes, sir. Oh
Oh.
God. Oh, he's killing us.
A little bit of fucked up bonding. Did you love it?
He's choking us. That such a legendary prosecutor will be watching and judging my performance. I have to be perfect in every way. So anyway, I just busted it down
So,
right in front of him.
anyway,
Oh God.
what happened?
Hold on, I gotta bust it down.
I do like the music.
Just like, Miles, what are you doing?
That's a gay little walk that pisses you off.
Hello, I'm right behind
Miles,
you.
why
sir.
are you doing that gay little walk that pisses me off?
What the fuck? This is so good! He's currently eating ass. I've never heard of water that tastes that good.
As it's laced with cocaine.
Maybe I'll give him a minute. Should I do ASMR?
No.
Does he plan on gulping the entire reservoir dry? Get you a man like that. Am I right?
Sir, we live in Japanifornia. It's currently experiencing a drought. You are doing a disservice to the public waterways.
Hello, woman. I don't know why I said it like that. Excuse me, madame. Madame is what I was gonna say. Excuse me, madame. But is something the matter? And then I realized that my
I
would say
just
that.
thought someone would have brought hors d'oeuvres by now.
But this is a courthouse. It would be quite atypical to provide hors d'oeuvres here.
Are you sure? Someone poured me a fresh cup of coffee last time I was here.
What the heck does she think a courthouse is for?
Coffee?
Do your job. Just yell at them.
Hey, that guy hasn't arrived in the courthouse yet, so it's not
Look at the
coffee yet.
look at the judges. My God.
Yeah.
They all have amazing beards, just saying.
Yeah, I gotta say. People don't want to give it to him, but Judge's brother is breaking the tradition by not having an extremely luscious beard.
Doesn't he have a beard?
He has a beard. He doesn't have a
he-
mustache.
Yeah, I think
That's
he
it,
doesn't have a
yeah.
long beard though. And
It's
also
not
he's
as
and also
long,
he's
sure.
blonde. How dare
Yeah.
he?
Yeah, that's the real thing that sucks.
Be my son, Duncan. Aren't these great? Daddy made all of these.
Awesome! But didn't you get fired right after you made them?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you must fucking suck, Dad.
I spent the same amount of time, the same amount of money on this model as it cost to build the real thing. My boss wasn't very happy with me.
Mom's not very happy with you either. Hey, Daddy, didn't you say you built a secret mechanism inside of it?
Okay, I was gonna go down this like thread of this threw me off my thread of like the mom is like cheating with him on the boss that fired him.
I was gonna
That's-
say like the reason why
mother
they're in the
is
courthouse is
absolutely-
to file the divorce proceedings.
The mother is absolutely leaving him. This is just Elon Musk's origin story right here.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you about it someday when you're older. A secret mechanism. Maybe he installed it as payback for getting fired. Could be trouble. Daddy, did you install a
Focus
bomb?
on there.
Now I'm curious. Alright,
Alright, what happened?
so should I whisper in his ear?
Yes. Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute.
Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct?
Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is his claim that the case prosecutor, Byrne Faraday, gave the order. Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own prey.
Sir, are you acquaintance of Mr. Byrne Faraday?
He is a pathetic man who slips anything but nonsense.
Oh, okay. Nonsense.
He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court.
Murder.
Yeah. Those who cannot be brought to court. That is nonsense, for no man is above the law.
Well, there are always a few exceptions.
Like,
Moiter?
Like me.
Me? Oh, there's no reason to even deal with such individuals.
I'm above the law, so fuck you.
I was gonna, like, make a joke, like, I know of one individual above the law, but then the first thing that came to my mind, I was gonna be like, Mewtwo. And then it's like, that doesn't make any sense, Daniel. Don't say nothing.
That's really good though.
Prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters.
You know when you're watching the Mewtwo movie as a kid, and then he just says the best quote.
Oh,
I
God.
see.
Yeah.
I see now it's not the circumstances of one. Or, what does he say?
I see now it's not the circumstances of one birth that determines something.
Yay.
Is it the circumstances of... It's what you
basically
do with the
along
gift of
line-
life that
Yeah, there
determines
you
who you are.
Yay.
Anyway. Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals. I see.
Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday, as Faraday has, will not be forgiven.
Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. I will only let you up. In place of the accused prosecutor Byrne Faraday, I will prove the defendant's guilt.
Very good. Secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of Von Come.
Oops.
Have you seen my badge, sir?
It's thanks to you that I finally become a prosecutor, sir.
It's amusing that you want to become a defense attorney and became my student. Which is a strange path you have traveled.
It's true that I had once wanted to become a defense attorney, but now I'm honored and proud to be a prosecutor. Wait for it. Wait for it,
I
buddy.
see.
Yeah.
And as a student of mine, I suggest you remember this well. The prosecutor's badge is not to be flaunted. The dignity of a prosecutor lies in the man himself, not in the badge.
I understand. I'll keep that in mind.
Besides, why put holes in your fine garments? Simply preposterous.
Prosecutors must also take pride in their appearance. I will keep this in mind as well.
As I wear the ugliest fucking suit.
Constantly having to remind the others at the prosecutor's office. It's more fashionable to keep your prosecutor's badge in your pocket.
In other words, always treat a prosecutor's badge with care and honor. I understand, sir.
This
Anyway.
is based on real life.
Anyway, that was some fun flavor text. Do I have to ask him about that?
Yes.
Dang it.
Forward. What happened?
So, have you achieved a firm understanding of the case?
Of course. I am always firm. Yes, sir. I have memorized everything that is written down in case files.
Well, explain the case to me.
Shit, I was bluffing.
I want to see if you really know what you're talking about.
Understood. Ah, the German flag. A murder was... It's not even close.
No, it's not even.
No.
Not even a little bit.
I mean, it's got red and yellow. So, and the reverse of
Sure.
black.
Let's go with that.
A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the...
Ethiopian?
Copium Embassy.
Cocaine embassy.
Do you mind if I call it the Copium Embassy?
You can call it whatever you want, Dan.
The victim, Mr. Deadman, was a
I love this.
Yeah.
It's a
My
good...
favorites. Look at his face too.
Yeah, look at that. This is like... I don't
Peak
know.
Ace Attorney
What does he
victim
remind
game.
me of?
A dead man?
Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah.
Who is a dead
little
man,
bit.
so-
Well, Teddy Roosevelt is dead, so you know I was kind of right.
The victim, Mr. Deadman, was a staff member at the embassy. The defendant in this case, Mr. Mackrell, was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun, which he wields in his neutral special. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yatagarasu had successfully infiltrated the Copium Embassy. At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yatagarasu, but that he did not kill Deed Man. Should I say Deed Man?
Well,
Or
actually,
dead
I
man?
think it's pronounced DEI'd man.
Oh, right. I wonder what he expected to gain from a desperate lie.
It's
possible that he wants to go down while in the spotlight if he is found guilty. There truly is no limit to people's inanity.
Inanity is a good word.
Yeah, but it's not an Edgeworthism because
I was gonna say, not an Edgeworthism.
A
A Don
Manfredism.
Carmenism.
Yes.
Manfredism
But
is
I
better.
digress. Continue, Edgeworth.
No. Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. It was awesome. The footage clearly showed Mr. Rell as the murderer.
The act of Mr. Rell firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitor's gallery.
Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to. By the Rio Yatagarasu, Burn Faraday.
Sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this may appear to be simply the murder of a Cadopian embassy staff, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident.
The second KG-8 incident. I'm very sorry, sir. I fear I failed to study hard enough.
Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to.
Could you please privy me, sir? No.
I feel like my mic might be getting cut off, like at the very end. Sometimes. Sometimes.
Yeah, case in
How do
point.
I-
Just happened.
How do I fix that? Like,
It might be the thing with the sensitivity because I know that when
I have
people
a
talk,
function on this mic that says gain, but I don't know which way I'm supposed to turn it.
Gain
know.
up will make it more sensitive.
Okay, I just gotta figure out which way is up.
okay.
The gain bigger will make it more big.
Alright, hold on, let me test this real quick.
Oh boy. Cover your ears, everyone at home.
Alright, did this fix it? Or did this make it worse?
You sound about the same, so we'll see.
But
Well,
am I getting cut off at all?
not yet.
Not really, no.
Alright, let's just go with this for now.
So, what do you mean by the second KG-8 incident?
In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case.
Oh my gosh.
Take a look at these documents.
Eating them right now. This is
Delicious.
a 3-year-old newspaper. How did it grow up to be so tall?
You have heard of the Amano Group scandal before, correct?
Remember Dan? Amano?
Yep.
This guy?
Yes, I have. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling.
Correct. CCU was an employee of the Amano and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court.
Wasn't a Copium Embassy staff member arrested for the murder?
Yes, a Cadopian by the name of Manny Cochin was the suspect. However, due to a lack of evidence, the case went unresolved.
Lack of evidence.
If only I was in charge of that case, I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt.
To make sure that all criminals are found guilty, my mentor really is dedicated.
Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever.
Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG-8 incident as well?
That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case, and you are currently assigned to,
Oh, dang.
was someone who was scheduled to testify against the smuggling organization.
And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify.
You're catching on. The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in the KG-8 incident.
So that's why it's being called the second KG-8 incident.
Yes. Yet there is one difference between the two incidents.
What would that be?
So-called noble thief that is sending everyone into uproar. The great thief Yatagarasu.
Yatagarasu. I'd better find out more. Okay, here we go. If it's true that the Yatagarasu showed up in the Kadopian embassy, I said it right. What could he or she have been after?
No doubt to steal any suspicious encounter records and release them publicly. Or, more likely, to steal secrets of the Kadopian embassy itself. Since the item that the Yatagarasu stole from there was sent to the police.
What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police?
I don't know the details.
What?
Anything related to the Yatagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic.
Yeah? It's like rain
Turning a stolen item to the police. Proof positive for the Yatagarasu.
on your wedding day?
Aww.
Infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed.
It's a free ride?
Yeah.
When you're already late. I'm sorry.
Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say?
That would have been the first time the Yatagarasu had left evidence behind, correct?
Yes, indeed.
Indeed.
If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, I suggest you ask Faraday.
The average conversation between Manfred and Miles is just, indeed, indeed, indeed.
What?
Quite, yes. Indubitably. Mr. Faraday.
He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well.
He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KG-8 incident and the Yatagarasu case. Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate.
Gremlin. Little gremlin.
Ah! She's scary!
Is it, little girl?
I love the idea of him leaning down. Is like, what is it, little girl?
Angry.
You're scary, mister.
Which one of us?
I know that. Take pride.
Did you need something?
I want to trade these coins with you.
A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies. It looks like you've exactly $1. Is this what you want?
Thanks. That's exactly what I needed.
Bye.
Neat.
Could that child be here to watch the trial?
It's respectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse.
I was once a child running around a courthouse, and then my father died in front of me.
There's no one of respect for this country's judicial system anymore.
By the way, Manfred. By the way, Von Karma, do you know anything about my father? No.
New phone.
Who this?
Look at the. This is. I'm just looking at this kid back there. The more I look at him, the more he just looks like Chill Chuck.
He does look like Chilchuck, you're right.
He's just enamored by that model display.
Chilchuck if he still had whimsy in his life.
Yeah, not divorced dad energy, yeah?
So true.
The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is complete.
Why, you? Do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes?
I'm sorry. This is
Beating him with a cane right now.
This is Mike Meekin's villain origin story. He gets yelled at by Manfred.
That's what made him me.
I can have you mumbling up this cord instead of pretending it in an instant.
He has his hand in his face.
Go.
I'm imagining he hit him in the game. That's what.
It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me.
I'm so smart.
Proud one you are.
What if we touched our fingers together?
You better collect the evidence for Faraday. Prepare yourself, Miles.
Prepare
Time
yourself.
for your debut adventure.
This isn't our debut. There is the thing.
No, that's after.
This is ads after.
This happens before the case with Mia.
It'll make
Dang.
sense. This will make sense. I like this music a lot. Just saying.
God, it's been so long
It slaps.
since we've been in court.
For real.
Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet?
I've checked my watch at least 100 times condescendingly.
How is it possible that an offense is not prepared yet either?
Bailiff, where is Mr. Faraday? I guess I'm being bailiff. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna play him very wooden. I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention.
Who's the judge again, Jesse?
You.
Oh, it's me.
Oh, you must be the one Mr. Von Karma with. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform.
Can we talk about how built the judge's shoulders
Yeah,
are?
I was gonna say, the judge is
Absolute
wide.
unit. Look at this man.
Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during recess? I could have sworn I heard a pupper note. Come to think of it, the other day was my grandson.
I
Sir,
like to still. Sorry.
sir, no one asked. It looks like the trial is about to resume, however. Or what were you saying?
I was saying I like how this lines up with the continuity of like later the judge refers to his grandchild as grandchild gender neutral.
Yeah.
So I like the idea that later the judge found out, you're non-binary. I see.
I see. I will change my way of referring to you.
The judge is like, it's too
Woke
early in their
judge.
life for them to know for sure.
Woke judge.
Yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar.
Ooh, we got a chatter.
Yay!
Welcome.
Chatter. It's
Just
not the
dis-
last chat.
Just
Hooray.
discovered my channel. Well, welcome. I hope you enjoy my videos. We're having fun. We have not gotten to young Franziska yet,
Planty.
I'm very excited for it though.
but
Yes,
we've
he's just been waiting in the loop here.
seen Kay Faraday. We're getting all the youngins.
Yep.
Without the evidence from Faraday. What is a plastic buffoon up to?
Oh, I know this is.
It's an emergency, sirs.
Oh my god.
Get out of the way.
Ow!
Silence. There shall be no yelling in the secret hall of law.
You don't have to delete the message.
Yeah, like
I have
I put it in the thumbnail.
yeah.
We really appreciate your discretion though. Like a
Yeah.
lot of other people require reminders in chat, but
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We do appreciate the conscientious.
Yeah, we do. I guess we do
Yeah, I
have the
already
no
knew about this,
spoilers,
it's not
but
really a spoiler thingy.
yeah.
Yeah,
I knew
so-
that this was all gonna be like old.
It's all good.
yeah, no, you're good. if it's an issue for future reference, you have your lovely chat math, checking the chat. We don't want to like kick people if somebody spoils accidentally, so we just will give like a hey, heads up.
It's more our responsibility than it is.
Yeah, it's like if
Yeah,
you're
it's-
spoiling stuff to be an asshole, then that's an issue. But if it's a
that's the
mistake,
real
we don't
issue,
care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bailiff, remove that man for this quarter at once.
You want me to remove this man? This giant man?
He wants to square up. He's gonna fight him. He's gonna lose because he's gumshoe.
Aw.
Please, wait. You gotta listen to me. There's an emergency. Defendant lobby number 2. Mr. Faraday and the defendant. The two of them. They're both dead.
See why I said it didn't matter now?
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Young judges.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
young?
Guys, it is so close to September 11th.
Oh my God.
I was
Almost
gonna
there.
say this is on September 10th. We are cutting it very close.
Dangerous.
Can we talk about courthouse specials, fast foods, and milk?
Oh shit.
They got some interesting stuff on. I like that.
Get
poster.
some milk.
Young judges for justice.
$7 for a carton of milk? I can buy a gallon of milk for $3.
I know it's like
Yeah.
this is like the peak inflation here. Like, Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
They do have kiosks in Japan where you can buy like milk from different regions and stuff, though.
Oh boy, I've been waiting for this guy.
Yeah.
who is this
All
guy?
right. I gotta workshop the voice here, so bear with me.
Okay.
Stay back.
Yeah.
I pushed you.
I'm staying back.
Punched you.
Whoa. Jesus.
Yeah, I'm willing to get thoughts on this if I need to alter it, but
Just hard and grizzled.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go for a Dirty Harry kind of voice.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Mhm.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
No one's allowed the crime scene. Period.
Yeah.
Just who does this oddball think he is?
This is becoming quite the hot spot.
I love her earrings.
I
like-
know, they're so... Hopefully y'all are okay with me saying this. They're so cunty. I think I'm allowed to say that.
He is serving, just saying. So.
Yeah, I think... Yeah,
And she's also serving justice. Anyway,
so true.
Perfect.
isn't she Mr. Rel's defense attorney?
Hey, you! No running in the hallway, pal.
The line of ants going out the window is distracting me. And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse.
Isn't this nice, Dan? You finally get to see how these two meet. It's great.
If this was a comedy game, it would be like, it's time for some civil discourse. Dun, 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 dun. Just go into battle. Alright, Mr. Man, who's kind of hot. You know, in like a... You know.
Middle-aged Cosmic Curie way.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but who are you? But who are...
I love his music. Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide.
Okay.
His theme is giving, what's it called? It's giving, phone hold line music, but like in a good way.
Yeah. I get what you mean.
You know, I just... This is completely random. I just, finished playing, the first, WarioWare game.
Yeah.
It sounds like WarioWare music.
I can hear it.
Sure.
Maybe it's just the sound font, but anyway. I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So how did you arrive and inspect the body before me?
Faraday requested me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple.
Mr. Faraday requested that you be here? Okay.
Already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you.
I pray for your throat, Duncan. With this voice.
Yeah.
I'll be good. I got this.
Kid, I'm... like...
Frankly, I think
He's 21.
is actually more of a strain on my throat. Honestly.
This is
yeah.
3 years before he's attorney proper.
Yeah.
I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation. Okay. I can't back down here. I have a right to know. You want to know the truth?
Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid?
Is he threatening me? Well, I'll throw him off by kissing him. Sorry.
He's gonna kill you.
Ah! Is he going for his gun? Shit!
I love that guy.
I love him.
Oh, good.
No, it's just a mirror. How dare he trick me like that?
Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade, and he had a gun in his hand. The other man, Mr. Mackerel, shot and killed.
Do you remember how last time we streamed beforehand we were talking about Hear Me Out?
Yeah.
I can't call him a Hear Me Out because I think he's like still conventionally attractive, but Tyrell Bad is what if I like, okay, I understand it. As a lesbian, I understand this one.
Yeah.
There's just something about him that I'm just like, it's just kind of hot. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
You can kind of tell, you know.
Even I get it.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else who went into the defendant lobby number 2?
Yeah, that big lug over there. His name's Gumshoe.
Wait, who's that?
He does need more sun, though. That's the only.
Yeah.
He's in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room.
If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct?
Maybe.
Such impudence. This guy is really testing my patience.
Putting impudence in the Edwardism. I think that belongs there.
You will pay for your insolence. Do you get the reference, Duncan?
Is that supposed to be, Frisia?
Is that her name?
Frieza?
No. Okay, you don't get the reference. You know in Xenoblade Chronicles.
Oh, Melia, right?
No,
Right?
it's like, what's it? I'm forgetting her name, but the
Is it from 3 or 1?
one.
1. Wait, shouldn't it be Melia then?
No, but the fight against.
Is it a villain?
Yeah, the villain in the inside the Bionis.
Oh, yeah. It's been a hot minute since I played 1, so,
Yeah.
you know.
It's just that fight is really hard, and the entire time
that
she's just
fight,
going
yeah.
like, "You will pay
yeah,
for
yeah.
your insolence.
You know, I think I blocked that out from my memory. I hated that fight.
You
Hated
will
it.
pay for your insolence." They have never gotten over the problem of characters repeating lines in those games.
I just find it endearing at this point. You just
Yeah,
kinda
it is.
love it, you know?
But some lines are like, he couldn't have
Yeah.
given them one more. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court?
Besides our own gig, the Yatagarasu case is also on one of my
That
sites.
makes it sound like you do homicides.
It's a bit of a hobby of mine.
Okay.
Don't judge. You'll get me fired.
So you were called upon to comment on the Yatagarasu's characteristics. In order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Yatagarasu or not.
Well, looks like you might just have a brain after all that head of yours, son.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks.
I
I
think-
tried.
Okay.
Son, I'm not your son. Pops. Yeah, well, say it to his face then. You won't. All right, bye.
Who are you?
Talk to you. Give Yessie some lines.
Yeah.
Do you have a minute?
You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this.
I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. Wouldn't you have to bother someone to introduce yourself?
Sure.
My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court.
Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you.
Thanks.
So Faraday substitute's a newbie, huh?
It's my debut. Jeez. I'll have you know, I get tripped up on this because I do think that Miles would pronounce it Madame.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
I'll have you know, Madame, that I studied under Manfred von Karma, but I think that I wouldn't pronounce it that way. Do not take me for some naive novice. Look at my finger. Don't laugh at me. I'll cry. I'll piss my pants.
Take me for the naive novice.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't stand in a vodka. I should have. Giveaway.
Stop right there. These are the garments of one who gallantly presents the facts.
Oh, thanks for the great laugh, but don't try to not make me laugh so much, okay?
I wasn't trying to
Putting
do
that in the
anything of the
edge
sort.
I'm putting that in the edge word, by the way.
Just kidding! Oh, it's goofing around! By the way, you not know who I am? My name is Callisto Yu.
I'm sorry, do you know who I am? That's what you sound like.
And if you're telling the truth, and we're about to go head-to-head in court.
Got a lot of forehead to go to head with. But of course, I have heard much about you, Miss Yu. Please stop laughing.
Oh, but of course, I heard much about you. You're a regular Shakespeare.
Did I say something funny?
I have been waiting for this voice. She is so fun.
Why is she laughing at me? I'd like you to update me on the situation.
I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to those detectives over there?
I've talked to one. If that's the case, then why are you here? Please, stop.
What do you think is so tactless? The person I was against in court until only a little while ago was just murdered. It's not like I could go back in the courtroom pretending as though nothing happened.
That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay, bye.
Didn't you need to ask her about the crime scene, or did you already?
I don't have any more things. I think I have to
Okay.
talk to Gumshoe first.
Sorry, I have the chat in front of my thing, so I couldn't see the little check mark.
And you are?
Who, me? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before theirs.
Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I'm a district prosecutor.
Prosecutor, huh? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal.
I've told you my name. Now, would you mind telling me yours?
Detective Dick Gumshoe. Just recently, I achieved my dream of becoming a detective.
Yay!
Hey!
Has anyone ever told you that your name is very convenient?
It's so convenient.
Convenient? You mean like the 7-Eleven?
Yes.
No,
More than
more than a dream. It's what I was born to do. Wait, maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some kind of crazy dream first.
This detective is entirely too excited to be at a murder scene.
But we love Gumshoe.
Alright. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident?
You know, I don't have to tell you anything, right?
I know that. But it would behoove you to fill me in on
What's going on
what
there?
you know. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, behoof.
Well, you're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you?
Behind them, Callisto.
She is laughing her ass off.
Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge.
I'm just imagining her just like the only one who can get on Von Karma's nerves, because he'll just like
Oh, she would drive him nuts.
just like say something completely like he would be in court being all like, I will finish this case before it's even begun, and she's like
How can you finish it before it's even started?
yeah.
You're just gonna have to ask him for all the detail, okay?
Oh.
As for me, I was guarding the door to defendant lobby number 2.
So you were a guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty?
Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot. Then I kind of froze.
You're a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear one at close range.
Edward starts staring off into space.
And Detective Bad came
Lore.
running to the scheme. We went into lobby number 2 together. Both men were lying there, dead.
Is that everything?
Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
I was in the hallway the whole time. I didn't hear a single peep of the struggle.
Interesting. Well, other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion. Alright. Miss Yu. There's someone who wishes to see you.
Who is it?
Cadopian embassy staff member by the name of Manny Cochin. Just like the most unenthused. Yeah, there need to be
bored with his job.
it's contrasts so well with all of the characters. What's going on? Is he gonna pull out a gun? Detective Bad and Miss Yu's moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Wasn't Manny Cochin?
I'll be right there.
Who's this?
I guess.
I think, sure. I had it pulled up. Hold on. Phone power, activate. Oh, it closed. Hold on.
That's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for a douche voice.
A douche voice. Why
Yes.
is that all I'm doing lately? It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu.
Why are you here? I've no desire to ever see you again.
Ouch. Now. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief? This is not much different than my Miles voice. You asked for douchebag, and I gave you my Miles voice.
I mean,
Particularly at this stage of his life.
yeah. Fine. Let's go.
Oh, we got another douchebag. It's a different flavor.
A Duncan douchebag. Duncan voice douchebag.
Gumshoe is currently
Bad.
the only non douchebag in this courthouse.
On to Karma. It's been a long time.
I knew you would show up.
I'm surrounded by Duncan characters.
Yeah, I knew this scene would. I know this scene would happen at some point, but I can promise you, this is like. I know that Yessie has a lot more lines.
Yeah.
So, and then when that happens, I like disappear for like a good portion. So
Okay.
this is just always going to happen, you know.
You usually do when the Yatagarasu is involved. And I see this case is no exception.
Do you know Detective Bad, sir?
Yes. He's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he would get a promotion and move up.
It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective.
It's not like I don't know that. Moving on now. Bad. That man I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG-8 incident?
So I was right.
Just what is that man doing wandering around here? And Faraday. I can't believe he let such an easy catch getaway. Imbecile! I would have proved his guilt in 3 minutes.
Karma, I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed.
Very well. Back on topic. I'm placing Edgeworth in charge of the investigation here.
Objection!
Oh my god.
There we go.
Papa!
Oh boy.
Papa! How can you place him in charge?
It's her.
Baby.
Sleeveless.
For some reason.
Franziska, what are you doing here?
I'm here for summer vacation. What else?
Just imagining Franziska in like high school or is she in college now?
I mean, she was 19 when she was like 18 or 19 when we met her. She was
Right.
19 in the
So
most
she's-
recent game.
So she's probably she's in school anyway. I'm just imagining like friends at school being all like, "What are you doing for summer vacation?"
I'm going to the courthouse to ruin my brother's life.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Nerd.
this is kind of random, but Yessie, I have tried in the past to give Von Karma, Von Karma, I can't do it with the voice.
No, that's
Yeah.
fair. You're
What?
good.
Franziska von Karma, so she is here on vacation from Germany. She is the daughter of Manfred von Karma, a student of his who's also junior to me.
You're the one who's junior to me. Oh, don't you forget it. I'm trying to find the right voice because like I already voice her kind of high, so I don't want to go much higher. So I'm just
Yeah.
trying to like maybe make it more nasally.
Yeah,
To
I mean,
show
I'm
that she's younger.
not doing that much of a different thing.
Yeah, it's just like she has like more of like she's like 12, whereas Miles is like in his 20s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not.
So his
conf-
voice has already changed.
You're not. Her being 12 makes this next line wild. You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you?
Aha! If you're able to pass, then I'll have absolutely no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never!
Why does she always have to be this competitive?
Anyway, Papa! Are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover the case?
Yes, I am. Why do you ask?
Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. I'm trying to like put her somewhere between where I normally voice Fran and Veruca Salt from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I get what
Okay.
I get you.
But I am 100% confident that I can do a better job than him.
That's just like Franziska. She's no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them.
Bad.
Yeah.
She's so tiny.
She is.
Little.
She's a child.
These two will be conducting the investigation.
What? You want me to let both of these kids loose on the crime scene?
Yes!
This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills.
For a second, I thought we were gonna have to go to court in this game.
Haha! We fooled you, Dan. It's always investigations here.
Dang.
The crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in.
I'm the one with the authority of this crime scene. Bad.
Edgeworth is over here like, I can literally drink.
Yeah. I
And
can
I
have
will not
alcohol.
tolerate complaining.
I can sneeze.
Enter. Franziska, I leave the case to the two of you.
Cool. Understood, sir.
Yes, Papa.
I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me.
Oh, Bon Karma, I still haven't agreed to this.
You fool, you left your post.
Look, it's the three of us.
Miles Edgeworth.
Just the three of us. It's been quite some time, Franziska.
This would be the perfect chance for us. To see if each of us is truly worthy of the one common name.
Would it kill you to at least say hello?
Long time no see.
Very good.
Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud.
Oh, does it not? She hasn't changed a bit.
Miles Edgeworth,
That's me.
as I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the one common name.
Screaming out loud, I've been reduced to a babysitter.
Well, babies need to be sat on. It looks like Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. That's just like him. He never fails. Now, I'd appreciate it if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad.
Better off checking things out on your own.
Okay. Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Bad will be a most arduous task.
I'm putting that one in. Most arduous task.
So true. Oh, the snuggling.
How cute. Look at him. Comfy.
Oh, they're sleeping. It's adorable.
Is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously?
I'm putting your thinking cap on.
What? Walk
Miles
up.
Edgeworth, you should listen to someone until they are finished talking.
What are you talking about?
I'll only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who's truly worthy of the Von Karma name.
I find it kind of weird that, like, whenever characters are, like, doing an animation where they extend, like, when she does that with her whip, or, I noticed it last time with, Shilong, they can't, like, they seem to, like, not be able to layer that over top of the other character, so they just, like, fade them out. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Just put it over top. I don't know.
Uh,
A competition.
the person that figures out the truth first wins.
So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name.
Exactly. I don't care if you became prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things coming through your foolish mouth.
Fine. Whatever makes you happy.
Can I take that as you accepting my challenge?
Once again, whatever makes you happy.
Aha! Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it like the professional I am.
Competing to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish.
She's 12.
You kids, over there.
Kid?
Ha! Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid.
Bruh.
I said kids, plural.
How dare you call me a kid as well?
Just this entire scene is just going to be all like, Franziska, you're 12.
Yeah.
Just remember it.
Do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene.
I do like how she's able to intimidate a lot of people, but she actually, like, can't do it to him. She doesn't scare him.
Yeah.
Because she's 12 years old.
She'll get scarier with age.
Yeah.
Hey, big guy, you're going to watch over these two.
Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir. Now, do what I say from now on. Got it, kids?
Oh no.
You better not get in our face, Scruffy.
The origin.
You'll
Brain.
feel right my
unlocked.
zip if you do.
You, prosecutor boy. Let's get your investigation started already, alright?
Great. Now even that detective is treating me like a child.
Alright. Time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy.
My name is Miles Edgeworth, by the way. And if you were to call me Prosecutor Boy one more time, it will be my duty as prosecutor to look into your monthly salary.
The first of many threats.
The origin.
Origin.
What do you do with my salary after you saw how much it was?
That's up to you now, isn't it?
Really? Sounds good, pal.
He's so naive. Oh my god, an hour and 8 minutes
to get
in, we are
investigating.
beginning the investigation.
Woo!
Detective Bat, may I have a word with you before we begin the investigation? No!
No!
What is it?
It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons.
Yeah, it does.
That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapon?
The gun was inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Cadopian embassy staff member. But never anything about a knife. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought that in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from Garswell.
Could it have been a piece of evidence that is yet to be presented? But then, why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if... It's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence. He could have then brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it.
Maybe you've got a brain up there after all, kid.
You said that earlier. Ugh. Is he going to treat me like a child forever? No. Probably not.
Looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, then counterattacked.
What if he's just saying it like, here's looking at you, kid?
He would say that.
That's the only logical conclusion you could draw from a scene like this.
Yeah, this detective definitely goes back to his office at the end of the day and, like, records his thought and it's like, detective log.
Very much.
Today.
His apartment is in black and white.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
You
kind
were
of like
talking about-
he's...
It's always raining. It doesn't matter what it is.
You all were talking about how like he needs some sunlight.
Yeah.
And like I feel like the other thing is like, I feel like somehow he would look less pale if you gave him like some color in his outfit.
Mm-hmm. I think it would be so funny if he was
ruin the
just
vibe,
in black
though.
and white. Just like everyone else is normal and he's the only character in black and white.
Yeah.
Not yet. I feel that it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence, so as to protect the honor of the Von Karma name.
So I really like seeing this case because it shows that like, because you know they make such a big deal in the mainline trilogy about how like Miles like he would go for the guilty verdict in every case he ever did, but it kind of like shows like, well, he did gather the evidence. It's just a matter of whether he was faulty in gathering that evidence or not.
To the table.
Like
The
he
table.
was fully convinced.
Pablo.
Which
Tabla.
what at the table? What am I looking at the table?
Plastic bags and tea.
Okay. There are some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's a tea set too, but there doesn't seem to be any sign of disturbance.
Yeah, the table's all neat and tidy.
Aha. Suspicious!
Maybe they were super quiet in their scuffle. After all, I didn't hear anything from the outside in the hallway, you know?
Maybe the plastic bag scattered on the floor are throwing us off. I guess I looked at that. Look at the bag. Some stuff in the bag, pal. I just stole your line. I suppose this was Mr. Faraday's bag. It's probably the trial evidence I was supposed to collect from him.
This is the evidence? I better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it.
Do you just not pay attention to anything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, I'll lift-
Dead guy. Dead guys, plural.
Dade, guys.
Dade Mans. It
Yeah,
looks
Jordan,
like
Yeah.
Mr.
Are you
Faraday.
going to inspect every nook and cranny?
It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell. Probably in a matter where it was like, oh no, I'm falling.
Can't get up.
And then the other one was all like, I'll catch you, and then they kissed. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other, however.
Using logic, the only logical conclusion is...
What was that outburst for?
My detective's instincts just hit me real hard.
Are you okay? Did that hurt?
It was Mr. Rell that fell first, see?
Gumshoe, let me ask you, did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
Trying to pick up line.
Yeah. Let me ask you another question about heaven. Do you think God stays there because he too fears what he's created?
I love it.
That does feel like a question Miles would ask.
You don't need a detective instincts for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more about that until after I examine the bodies. I won't until I've rested every nook speck. Granny.
Cranberry. It's Thanksgiving themed.
Ew, why is there cranberry sauce in here?
Yes,
Why
Thanksgiving
is there
joke.
cranberry sauce?
Very timely. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around?
Those bags for keeping evidence safe, pal.
I know that much, Detective. Jesus.
You sure are good this stuff, aren't you, pal?
Yes. Normally I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy. Anyway, could these
He's extremely happy when he compliments him. Huh?
could these plastic bags be evidence of the fight between the two men? Alright, is there anything else?
Look at his hand. Huh?
Which ones? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Mark on it.
His head is all black down here. See? I want... Oh.
My line!
Oh!
His hand's all black down here, see? Wonder why that.
If you look closely, this blotching powder resembles an ink stain.
An ink stain?
Yes, from ink. Yes, I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen.
Never,
That is crazy, actually.
That is pretentious as hell.
never seen one before. Sure, you just making that up, pal. That sounds made up.
Is this implying that he's left-handed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
Because I know people who are left-handed get ink on their hand.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
but
that's
he's
why
holding
Da
the
Vinci
gun in his
wrote-
right hand.
That's why Da Vinci wrote backwards.
Where are we doing this thing again? Because he's holding it in his right hand, so we're gonna be
Yeah.
like, he didn't actually shoot him because he's left-handed.
Yeah.
You know how it is, Dan.
All right. What about the knife?
Probably. Look at the knife.
Oh, the knife.
Looks like Mr. Rell died with the knife in his hand.
There's some blood stuck on it.
Then he must have used it as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it.
Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot some notes down about
I'm putting on his personage in the edgeworthisms.
it. I could also look at the gun.
Yeah, the gun.
Looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand.
So he shot Mr. Rell and fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun?
I guess that does seem kind of strange. I mean, why don't Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun?
It's not exactly rocket science. Even I know how to pull a trigger. That's not all there is to it, though. Although, I doubt I'll ever need to use one. Foreshadowing for when he kills Phoenix.
Oh no!
Lover's quarrel.
That would be the craziest
Can you imagine if they did that in Ace Attorney 7?
The
Yeah.
Just like a
community-
big fuck you to all the Naruto shippers.
I guess
community would eat itself.
the joke with that is that he like has the gun in the final case of the first game,
I hope I ever have to use a gun either, pal.
but he doesn't fire that, does he?
No.
But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hand.
Yeah. It appears that the police's screening procedures needs a thorough review. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hands. Alright, I've inspected.
Window.
Mr. Rell's cause of death was from being shot, correct?
That's what we think. But it's hard to tell with him lying face down.
Death. Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. Even worse than death.
Are you sure they were trying to hide something?
I can confirm Mr. Rell's cause of death with his body positioned like that. Detective Bat, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail, if possible.
But sis, you're not able to form a theory with them the way they are.
I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you?
I suppose you do have a point. Then, hurry up and get on with it.
Yes, sir, I've taken 1,000 photos of the crime scene.
There you have it.
Do you not approve?
Of course not.
What?
Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective. Don't touch anything. Hey, big fella, turn over the bodies for me, will ya?
Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir.
Touch the bodies.
Oh shoot, do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Alright, inspecting more.
Pocket.
Huh? Pocket?
Pen pocket
Yeah, that's.
thingy.
I was like, that's definitely something. There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen.
Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Bat is always telling me. You should always write your name on everything, you know.
Okay. And then he proceeded to write his name on me. It was weird. Yeah. Yeah, somehow you do strike me as a quite forgetful individual. Nice scarf.
Wounds.
Huh?
The wounds.
The wounds?
There's a knife wound in the chest here, see?
I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rell is holding.
Abby. Make it quick.
From the looks of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rell is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. One could deduce that, but I won't. Shot through the heart!
It takes some guts to fire a gun in a courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week, and I still haven't fired a single round yet.
How is that possible?
There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait, burn marks?
Burn
Oh,
marks.
sorry. A round grows very hot as it's discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Ace Attorney loves this. Someone on the writing team found that out, and they were
This
all like,
and ballistic markings, just saying.
"Yeah, they're just
Did you
like,
know the ballistic markings are the fingerprints of the gun?
Yeah.
They were just like, no other detective stories ever include burn marks. So,
Aw, yeah, we're so smart.
ergo, Mr. Rel must have been shot from at least a yard or two away.
I would add ergo in there, but he's used. This is not the first time.
Yeah,
he's
but
said
it's
that,
already in
so.
there.
You sure don't know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal.
Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. This is such a, like, random thing to say.
It's just it's a very, it feels like a very pretentious way to burn somebody.
Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rel and fired. However, Mr. Rel managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Incredible. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory, in any case.
What a crazy way to go.
Still, something about this explanation just doesn't seem right. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here. Okay. Window! The window was open. There's a fresh, flowery scent in the air.
Ugh, the flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly.
What the fuck? Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change?
Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor.
Are you willfully ignorant? Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the window?
Yeah, I guess it's that too. Either way, no one can get through from these windows, right?
They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice.
TV.
TV.
Whoa!
What is it, Detective Gumshoe?
My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal.
He's a crank TV.
Yeah.
Shh. Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one.
Ooh, let me see here. Whoa, this thing's huge. Ugh. And way too noisy.
You're also noisy one, Scruffy.
Don't touch it. You'll get your fingerprints all over it. But I didn't touch it. Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work.
The foundation, huh? Sounds like something the rookie here needs to shore up on. Alright. That's pretty much everything.
Time for you know
Time
what
for some
time it is.
logic?
Yes, it is.
Let's go! Brain blast! So I feel like this and this go together.
Yeah. Those are probably the easiest to connect to each other.
That splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen.
Oh, let me get the lab guy on that.
I thought he said, like, let's ask the guy. And it's like, he's dead. Oh, you're the lab
have you
guy.
heard of a
Got
seance, sir? Don't you know you can talk to the dead in this universe? It is true.
it. It is true. Let's go over to Ghost Trick real quick. I don't know what's happening with my brain. Detective Gumshoe, I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. Let's go.
See, good work. You know, I've always wanted to say that. Even if it was just one time in my life.
If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume he was left-handed.
Whoa!
Well, it appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to this case as well.
Okay, you say so, pal.
I do say so. Okay. Neat and tidy table, but plastic bags.
That's a contradiction.
What the heck? What
What
the
the
heck
hell
is
happened
going
here?
on around here? There's a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table, and yet a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during the struggle. In which case, might there not be another explanation as to how they got there?
Another reason?
I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of this bag is related somehow.
Please get the blood away from me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe, whose blood is on this bag?
Hold on, let me ask the lab guy.
Alright, please hurry.
Wait till you get a load of this, pal. It's Mr. Faraday's. Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on the bag either.
It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence.
Okay, if you say so. I'll leave it in your hands, pal.
I do say so. I keep saying so. And I've been saying so.
Yeah. You keep it.
From day one, I say so.
I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? You really did kill each other.
No, we can't conclude that quite yet. There's still something I find very peculiar here. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there is actually a contradiction that shows there's another possibility.
No way, pal. Really?
I suppose I will just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene. Oh boy.
Look at Granny!
You already figured out the contradiction earlier, Dan.
Yeah.
This is the classic turning contradiction.
This spot
Yeah.
is connected to any of the evidence that I hold.
Damn right it does.
The pen. He's left-handed. This is right hand.
Take that.
This is the pen. The pen in wrong hand.
Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this.
That is such a stupid way of saying it.
Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed. Either they're gonna subvert this by being all like, actually, he was ambidextrous. And I'm gonna be all like, God damn it.
Statistically, a lot of... Sorry.
Don't you understand, Dan? He would write with his left hand and fire guns with his right hand.
Ah! I was going to say, statistically, I think a lot of people who are left-handed are also ambidextrous because so many people are taught, oh, you write with your right hand.
Yeah. That's how my granddad was. Huh?
Mm.
And yet, the handgun is in his right hand. Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, lady and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene. He's so dramatic. I wanna beat him up.
He's very proud of himself right now.
I wanna shove him in a locker.
He's
For real.
He's being a bit of a dork.
And you're right, pal. That does seem kind of strange. But how could something like that happen?
The facts add up to one conclusion and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died.
No one else.
Someone bad. And then they turn to look at him and it's like, oh well. Plastic bag scattered on the floor and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us.
Yay!
Yay! How many parts does this case have in total?
I don't know.
Let me double check. It has 4 parts.
Okay. So does that count as one?
We are still on the.
I'm gonna cry.
We mostly are done with. Yeah, we're basically done with the.
I don't know if we're getting through part 2.
Dean, I
we
would
can at
push
least-
for us to try, but
We can at least get through the part 1.
Yeah, I will try, but I am tired because of work.
no, I get that.
Yeah, I know, I get it.
And then I have to work the next day, and then the next
Yeah.
day.
Here's the autopsy report.
Updated and everything.
It's
Yes,
probable that Mr. Rell survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from his stabbing. Interesting.
Where could you stab someone where they die instantly?
The heart?
Yeah, but the problem is, like,
But like it,
he's
even
not
then,
stabbed in the heart. He's stabbed in the right side of his chest. Did you notice that?
I'm like even then, I think being stabbed in the heart, it would take like a bit for you to completely lose consciousness.
Normally it would, but the problem is, Dan, characters basically die as quickly as the plot needs them to.
Yeah.
Like, think about Mia Fey. He hits her on the back of the head once, and that's all it takes to kill her. Like,
All I'm saying is I've stabbed someone before. It was not that quick. No.
it ain't realistic.
That's a joke. That's a joke. Just clarifying for the FBI agent listening. CIA agent. I don't know.
NSA? No.
Anyway, Yessie.
It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case.
Are you sure we know everything? Everything?
Of course! The incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor attempted to arrange for being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back and they ended up killing each other. It's all very clear and simple. There's absolutely no margin for doubt.
Simple and clear is the way that you're making me. Do you really believe that to be the truth?
Ha! Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you? That you don't want to believe it's true?
Yes.
It's alright. If you disagree with my arguments, then prove me wrong. Well, if there are any contradictions being found, that is.
Don't worry, I will. How about you?
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, but Mr. Rell survived for a short time. From this, it's obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell. When Mr. Rell fell on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case.
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory.
I don't think I'll have lines for a hot minute, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Gumshoe shows up immediately. Anyway, let's find the rebut hole.
Yeah.
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous. I don't see anything to do with that. Is it obvious?
Is it?
Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell before he died. Do you have any basis for that statement?
Your foolishness has no end, does it? Now, I hate to repeat myself. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. That's not the basis I need.
Alright, So if Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, then he must have attacked Mr. L before being stabbed. That's the entire argument.
You're finally beginning to catch on, I see. Yep.
Okay. Cool, I'm glad I pressed that. And Mr. L, while on the brink of death.
Hold it!
So you believe that the dying Mr. L stole the knife from Mr. Faraday?
Mr. Rell became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So, the two men struggled. And in the end, Mr. Rell was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound.
Can you really say that it's perfect?
What are you insinuating?
Nothing. However, I can't let what you've said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise. So if you could append your statement to your testimony.
Fine.
They struggled. Mr. Rell used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday. Okay, well, that's a new thing, so I probably have something to present, right? Is that a new thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna struggle because I'll be honest, since I didn't have lines, I zoned out a little bit.
Yeah. Let's read.
Yay!
That doesn't do anything for us. Let's read. Was in a hole on guard duty. Gunshot. Didn't hear sign of a struggle. Ha 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 ha! Reading!
Ha ha ha!
Oh.
Objection!
Wink. If the two men were fighting, their struggle would have been surely caused quite a bit of notice. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing.
Ha! You place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. Rell get his hands on the knife?
Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in lobby number 2. It's not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rell saw a chance and took it out at some point.
So what you're saying is this. Mr. Rell took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag.
That is literally the last two statements, yeah.
And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell after being stabbed?
That's new. I think. Isn't there something strange in Franziska's statement just now? Nah, it's fine. Wait, something doesn't add up.
Oh, really?
It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Rell after being stabbed. Yeah, because it would have had to have been from a few yards away. Right?
Yeah.
Take that!
This is the piece of evidence that proves it.
Oh no! It's so good! How? Oh, what is that supposed to prove?
Literally, it makes sense though. You have to be in close quarters
What
to
I
be.
missed? Did you guys solve the case yet?
I got something wrong.
Oh,
So
no.
they're all like, it's weird because this proves that whatever. Take a closer look. Wait, I got something right.
I'm still not seeing it.
Well, in that case, I'll just have to try and explain. Oh god.
Shut the fuck up, Miles first. I'm leaving that. That's funnier.
I guess this evidence was unrelated after all.
Title inside.
One more time. Mr. Rell grabbed the knife from Mr. Faraday's bag when he wasn't paying attention. Mr. Faraday shot Rell after being stabbed by the knife. But it just doesn't add up. I have an evidence that proves that it doesn't. It's simply not possible. Yeah, so what I thought was like, oh, because it was from yards away. So after being
Just a
stabbed.
few yards away with the gun, so use the gun.
No, that's the one I just did, and it was wrong.
No, you used the bodies, didn't you?
No, I just presented this one.
Okay, try the crime scene notes then.
Crime scene notes. Okay.
Yeah.
Take that!
There we go.
There you go. See?
According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being... He died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately.
So true.
And he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that.
Oh, you got me.
This back and forth is a little bit, like, maddening, because I'm like, please, can we say something new?
Again, you're 12.
But of course!
11. If the report is correct, then there's only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Rell attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Rell. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot. And then they both died. That is the only explanation that makes logical sense.
Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Franziska.
I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible. Before you foolishly propose a foolish theory that only a foolish fool like you could.
How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid. And still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Franziska, you've still got a ways to go.
What are you talking about? Are you saying that there's a flaw in my logic?
Mr. Faraday died instantly. And the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in this scene. The contradiction here in this crime scene is... I didn't even think about this. Is that it? Well,
Yeah, it's gotta be
look at
the
that.
order.
Yeah, he's on top of him.
Doesn't make much sense.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about it. I'm stupid. Let me get this straight. What you're arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell. Then, the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order their bodies are piled.
No!
Haha, you fool. Haha, you fool.
I cannot be the fool.
You foolish fool. Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday.
Impossible!
Yes, I agree that it seems strange, no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene is the...
Not so fast, Miles Edgeworth.
What now?
I simply think that you ought to think a bit more outside the box. Oh, that is clear now that the incident started with Mr. Fair's murderous intent.
She sure bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong.
It was just a chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order.
I just know that that Franziska's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, I can present her with the evidence that proves the contradiction. Alright, here we go again. Mamma mia.
Here. Nope, you already said that.
Hold it!
We just get stuck in a Mamma Mia loop.
Objection!
About that.
Pressing on someone's testimony in order to gain some time to think. You're a real one-trick pony, aren't you? Too bad your trick only works on fools.
Rude. That wasn't my intent. I simply wish for more details as to how Mr. Faraday ended up on top of Mr. Rel.
Someone's impatient. I was just about to explain everything to you. So do you think you could hold on for a minute?
Ow! Franziska, I'll make you a deal. I'll hold on if you hold on to that whip of yours.
Oh, I'll hold on to it, alright. As I whip you.
Ah!
Well, now that you've quieted down a bit, I'd like to continue, if you don't mind.
I'm in pain. Two bodies fell into a pile. Which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time.
Hold it!
What do you mean they attacked each other at the same time? Look at his face.
I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his hands. He was made to attack Mr. Rel holding the bolster knife on the revolver, but then... After Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rel grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday.
That would be convenient.
That is how Mr. Rel wound up on the bottom with Mr. Faraday on top.
Have you just considered that he is a bottom?
I
and
was waiting for you to
Faraday
make a
is the
joke.
top? I mean, we gotta consider all possibilities.
Sure.
Okay, continue.
At close range, this is more than possible.
Yes, it's possible, but...
Well, if you don't have any other ideas, then show me what you've got.
Alright. Oh, I will. And to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testimony.
What's any point in that, but as you please.
Ho, there is a point. Because haha, close range. Guess what I've got? The gun. It says fired from a few yards away that I tried to use. But now I will actually
Objection!
use. I'm so smart! Just a pause, followed by, I'm a genius. So you believe that they killed each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it's written in the crime scene notes, the firing of the handgun did not leave any gunpowder burn on Mr. Rel's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Rel and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards.
Ah!
Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The two bodies are piled up on each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. And with there being no chance that Mr. Rel moved that far after being shot, that leaves only one possible explanation.
What a completely foolish line, a foolish shot from a foolishly foolish fool. I know that said thoroughly, it's too late.
Too late. Can't stop it. Continue.
If I'm not right, then who was it that made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who?
Have you ever thought that he made the first move not with the intent to kill, but with the intent to seduce?
Oh my god.
Tell me.
It's been so long since I aligned, I left again.
Well, yeah, you didn't even say anything.
I know, I wanted to see what would happen.
The person
What do you think,
that
Dan?
we didn't notice.
Take it or you die.
The person that attacked with the murderous intent, that would be neither man. Because that's the craziest option. Here, in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can only be one explanation. There was a third person here.
What?
It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell, and set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. That third person is the real culprit. And I think I know who did it. Manfred von Karma.
Well said, Russ. There's just one thing you're missing.
Evidence, correct?
Exactly. Everything you've set up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove that there was a third person involved in this crime?
Of course. If a third person was truly here, that fact would resolve a glaring contradiction. The proof that this has all been a setup, made to look like they killed each other. I'll present it, and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. What is the final piece of the puzzle that proves that there's a third person involved? I don't know. The blood bag. Yacht cross. My brain's not working too good.
Present it, Dan. Present
What?
something.
Present something.
Present something.
But I don't know.
Use your head.
Hold
Dan.
on, let me look at this. Hold on, I wanna rotate.
Maybe if you rotate enough, you'll find some cocaine.
Oh my god.
My head. Hold on, allow me to rotate. Dang, I can't rotate the gun or the knife. Hold on, let me read.
That's always a good idea.
I believe that Faraday brought this as evidence. Found in Faraday's hand. Crime scene notes. Okay. I've read. Looks like it has a quality name. Okay. I've read, I don't know.
What's your gut telling you?
I don't know, man. I haven't used this piece yet.
You have a gut. What's it telling you?
It's telling me I haven't used this piece yet. Or
Then
this.
do it.
Okay.
Take that!
Your gut was correct.
God.
Yay.
That's just me knowing about how video games work and not actually understanding, though.
Well, it's gonna be explained at Ace Attorney.
I don't want an explanation. They can keep it. The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand and the plastic bag with blood on it. These two items point to the presence of a third person.
How so?
Recall Detective Gumshoe's theory.
I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle.
If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground, meaning that someone must have deliberately scattered them around. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for a moment, there is a high probability that the blood splatter when a knife is used on a high probability of a blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. If the culprit held the knife with a plastic bag around it, they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter from when they withdrew the knife. Then, by spreading a few more plastic bags around, mixing the bloody one in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two, they were able to conceal their presence. And then she fades away.
Looks like we still got a long way to go in the investigation.
Yes.
Objection!
Oh my god.
I forget that that's how her objection sounds, because I voice her very different.
Kind of
She's-
bizarre, honestly.
She sounds so old.
Yeah.
What the heck's up with you, pal?
Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest.
What?
What is the meaning of this?
Looks like you're not mad enough to discipline your own subordinates.
Don't you dare.
That detective claims he was there, standing in front of the door the entire time. But I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie.
What? Weedy, what? Monsieur, I ask you that you please explain that last statement.
I'll let his honor explain it himself.
I saw it with my own eyes, I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. What?
See, Mr. Bad? So I ask you, why would a detective who was supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie?
Did you kill Faraday?
No! Of course not, sir.
It would appear that the one who set this whole crime scene up is that detective.
That was Franziska.
Oh, it would appear that the one who set this whole crime scene up is that detective.
I'm like, where's the German?
Which basically renders his testimony a complete lie and wholly invalid. It looks like your perfect logic has just come tumbling down, Miles. Now I'm like second guessing myself.
I keep tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. Top
I was in the
10.
hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of the struggle.
Was that statement really a lie?
Detective Gumshoe, you're now a suspect in the murder of 2 men. Now spit out the truth, so help me.
Not so help me.
I haven't lied to anyone, sir. Honest.
I wasn't dropping no eve, sir. Honest.
I really was there. I was in the hallway the whole time.
Hold it!
Detective Bad, I ask that you please do not act without my permission. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? He's gonna kill you.
You look like you know what's going on, boy.
All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly.
Perfection is the only wish of a disciple of Von Karma, after all.
Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something.
What's that?
What do I want to set the record straight on? Why he wasn't in the hallway? Or motive?
Well, what in the world would be Gumshoe's motive for doing it?
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
Oh, I suppose the one thing I'd like to clarify is Detective Gumshoe's motive for committing this crime.
Motive, huh? Gumshoe, you got a grudge against Faraday or anything.
Goddamn, look at his eye.
No, sir. Not me. Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir.
Is that a fact?
Objection.
You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe?
I'm telling you, I am not lying.
The more unnatural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know.
That always drives me crazy when characters are telling the truth, and everyone's all like, but you're acting pretty crazy about it, so you must be lying.
Well, yeah, because I'm being accused of murder.
If you want a motive, Edgeworth, I have one for you right here.
Could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy, because all I'm interested in is the perfect explanation.
Oh, you're serious, aren't you? Fine. You amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice.
Oh, God.
It was about a week ago.
That's a cute sprite.
I saw the detective get chewed out by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct. He stood there super pale, as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, you nitwit." A brand new detective suddenly getting a salary cut. That's reason enough for a grudge.
If he held a grudge for that, Edgeworth would be dead.
Well, how's that for the perfect explanation?
You totally misunderstood me, pal. No matter how mad I get, I can never hold a grudge.
Quiet. Can't trust anything you say.
Sir,
There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed per se, but there are some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Miss Yu's perfect explanation may not be so perfect after all. And you know who is perfect? Me! Perfect to sell! Okay.
It was...
You don't need to say this again.
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Hold it.
Mr. Faraday was upset.
Yeah. You know what else? Mr. Faraday is exactly known to get angry often. There he was, totally being fat in the face!
Okay.
It's as if any detectives just stood there pale as a ghost like he was about to die. Just like the face he's making now, right?
I'm completely innocent, I'm telling you.
Alright. Enough of you. The poor man.
It was quite the scene with the detective.
I'm just trying to think of what I could present for any of these.
I think you need to gather more information.
Yeah.
Hold it.
You just stood there watching this unfold in front of you? Yeah?
Yeah. I have to say, it was really enjoyable, too. And that's when I saw Detective Gumshoe earlier, so I knew to stay clear of him.
No way. I thought it was because I had something stuck in on my face.
You did.
You do!
Huh? What? I got something stuck on my face?
What's up with your eyes, so soft? Oh, it's those ridiculous eyebrows!
Okay, this is just bullying. This is just bullying.
Huh? Huh?
Like flying away from it.
Oh man, nothing with your attitude is too much fun.
Miss you, if you don't mind, I'd like to return to the testimony now.
Sure, why not?
Hold it!
Okay. To cut a new detective's salary right off the bat like that.
I'm not really familiar with the way you guys relate, but isn't that a common practice?
Speaking of cutting my salary, didn't you threaten to do that to me earlier too?
No comment.
It's only natural to cut a person's detective salary down to their actual worth. My father can fire anyone, and you are all just a snap of his fingers. You think maybe that's reason enough for detectives to hate you people?
What? With a snap of my fingers and a flick of my dick.
God.
I'm trying to. I don't remember what that's from, but it's in my brain for some reason.
Well, I guess they really should cut people's pay.
You guys should just look in the mirror together.
These two look funny next to each other.
Yeah. I also. He actually does have the Giga Chad, like, chin proportion.
He does.
I just realized. Detective Bat, don't tell me Mr. Von Karma cut your salary earlier. Okay.
Is it really, though?
Yeah, I don't think... Is pressing this really necessary?
I think so.
God.
Hold it!
You call your explanation perfect.
Oh, it's not to your liking?
Unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards. Made me think of the Undertale joke.
Yeah.
What is it? Papyrus is all like, I have very high standards, and then you're all like, I like spaghetti, or I can cook spaghetti. You're
Yeah.
meeting all of my standards.
Oh, is there something you want me to clarify in that case?
What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Oh, you bet I will.
I told you, Dan, it was worth it.
Alright, if you could clear this one thing for me. How Mr. Faraday was killed, motive for killing Mr. Rel. That is a good point.
There's where the motive, yeah, the motive for Rel doesn't make any sense. Like, all you do is establish a motive for.
I understand I understand Detective Gumshoe's potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rel?
His motive for killing Rel? Like I would know.
There's no clear motive for both of the murders. Then I doubt this incident would have occurred, wouldn't you agree? Is there anyone else who might have had a grudge against either of the two men? Or should we look into that ourselves?
Oh, in that case, I have absolutely no idea.
That boing was timed up really well with the music.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. What? But that's impossible. She must know something.
Oh, can you please not glare at me like that? It makes me laugh.
I didn't even do anything. You're already laughing anyway.
Well, anyway, the way I see it, as long as he had a motive to kill one of the two, this crime would have played out the way it did anyway.
Oh. Would you care to explain your logic? And this time, please try to provide a truly perfect explanation.
Perfect this, perfect that! Stop being so uptight, or is that a requisite trait for being a Von Karma? Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you shut this rude woman up! This rude bitch!
Oh my goodness. Okay. I wish you'd both be quiet for just 1 second. Women! Am I right?
Oh well, I guess I'll just have to explain it to you kids.
So Dan, this is the last argument of the part.
Oh my
system.
god. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it after this then.
That's fair.
Yeah, we just need to finish the part, that's all.
There's no one out there with the motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. All you really have to establish is that someone had a grudge against one of the two men. Mr. Rell, who happened to be there, became a witness to Mr. Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity and set up to look like they'd killed each other.
Yeah, that's what I thought you'd say. I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both men? I should take another hard look at the evidence for this morning's case. The second KGB incident, as people are calling it.
KGB?
Yeah. I keep wanting to say that, and it's messing me up. You're good. I'm not gonna correct it. And the two men who both wound up as suspects in the case. Is there something else I'm overlooking with who is somehow related to them? Maybe. Why don't I read my evidence? I do think possibly this has something to do with it.
I mean, it could have been Cochin.
Hold on.
Isn't that what we're trying to establish?
Yeah. Yeah, I also am just realizing that CCU is related to
Yeah.
Yeah.
you.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, just present this on this line.
Do it!
Okay.
Objection!
Look at that. That was easy.
Monsieur,
Yeah.
I believe there is someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, is it because you'd rather not bring this person up?
What do you mean?
We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Brown. I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was the suspect in the original KG-8 incident, and a member of the Cadopian Embassy staff, Mr. Manny Cochin. That's right, the very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. The man who killed a member of the Cadopian Embassy staff, Mr. Rell, and the man who was the lead prosecutor of the KG-8 incident, Mr. Faraday. Are you telling me that Mr. Cochin has no reason at all to kill both of these men?
Well, I suppose he might have had a reason or two.
You cover for me, pal. Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all.
Yay! And we're friends forever.
Oh, that's how their friendship started.
Yeah. Don't get ahead of yourself. I still hate you. You're still a suspect, and make no mistake about that. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony, these are the only things I wish to hold.
But I didn't do it.
You will stay under my authority and go investigate Mr. Manny Cochin for me. And remember, I will not be very forgiving should any of this leak out. Hello?
Want to investigate Cochin? You'd just be wasting your time.
And why is that?
Cochin was up in the viewing gallery, watching the trial. Or so I was told. Every cop in the place has been keeping an eye on the guy since we arrived.
Then the only real suspect we have is still Detective Gumshoe.
I suppose so.
No way. Come on, Detective Ben. You gotta believe me, sir. I really was in the hallway the whole time, sir. I never took a single step into the room. Swear, sir.
Okay. Then are you saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway?
No. There was no one else, sir.
Why should I believe you didn't do it?
That was fun, incredibly foolish detective. Standing right in front of a crime scene all by himself. It's as good as the confession of guilt.
I have to admit, it's a bit strange. Most criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. And if that detective really wanted to prove that he is innocent, you'd think he would at the very least offer up, "I spaced out while on duty," or the like.
Well,
Forgot
I
the judges here.
Time for your interrogation.
Like all the bullet holes he has in his coat.
Pretty nice.
Detective Bad.
Goodbye.
Miles Edgeworth, I will go on ahead and report this to Papa.
Duncan.
And that, as they say, is that. Right, everyone? Ho, 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 ho.
Oh, Merry Christmas! Yeah.
Almost Christmas means it's not actually Christmas yet. It's only November 30th.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, people are acting like it's Christmas at my job.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Alright, you. Yessie?
Oh. Well, I suppose we should both be getting back to our real jobs now, huh?
Before we do, Miss Yu, there's something I'd like to speak with you about.
What is it?
I have to talk to her more. Okay. Let's go.
I'm having a blast.
Yeah.
So-
When you laugh, all other sounds disappear from my life.
It's fun because it's like very different from how I actually laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what did you want to ask me about?
KG8. The current case of the current case of the murdered Cadopian embassy staff member. I've heard that people have begun calling it the second KG8 incident.
Only among you law enforcement types. And what about it?
I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KG8 incident.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers.
No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the KG8 incident.
I'd appreciate it if you stop with the false accusations. Basil's outbursts are useless both inside and outside of the courtrooms, don't you know?
I do, but I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here.
You can stop making that alternate face in front of me?
No, I just like she starts laughing, Miles blankly stares at her.
Yeah.
If you could please stop laughing for a second, I'm not going to make any headway like this. I'm just going to have to show her exactly how related to the KG8 incident she is. Well, I already looked at this, so... Miss Yu, I believe that I have proof of your connection to the KG8 incident.
That file is your proof? Very well then. Why don't you tell me exactly how I'm related to the KG8 incident?
Through the victim!
Gasp!
Your connection to the KG8 incident is through the victim. The victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. Can you really still tell me with a straight face that you are not related to this case?
We're not related. Just kidding. You asked my question with such a serious look on your face. And I'm gonna hit it.
Hold on, allow me to embody this line. Miss Yu, I ask that you please tell me the truth.
All right, I'll tell you everything I know.
Okay.
As you guessed, the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Amano group was my sister, CCU.
As I thought.
And she was killed right before she was to testify at the impending trial by Manny Cochin. But because he was tried once and was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his cushy life completely carefree.
All because of a lack of evidence.
No, I heard that the evidence to convict him did exist.
What?
I heard it from Mr. Faraday himself after Mr. Cochin's trial was over. Apparently, a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence.
Men in Black? Then
Really?
the evidence had been tampered with?
Isn't it just like a criminal to do something like that? The smuggling ring being run out of the Amano group by one of its secretaries. They bailed Mr. Cochin out. Turns out they were in a league with each other all along.
How big was that smuggling ring? Was it a large operation?
I don't really know.
Medium-sized? Small? Okay.
Which is why I wanted to become the lead defense. On this case that people are calling the second KGA incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much, I know.
You mean, you think this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring?
I don't know what to think.
Why did Mr. Koshin want to meet with you earlier?
Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently, he only found out that I was the defense lawyer on this case after he'd arrived. He figured that he should say hi and one other thing. Looks like you couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad.
Damn. I get the douchebag-ness now. What's that supposed to mean?
Oh boy, stop it with some scary face already!
I can't help it, it's my face.
I'm fine, really. I gave him a good slap across the face.
Nice. The way she talks about slapping him as she laughs away is kinda creepy.
But it's just as Bad said. He's not related to the double murder. I asked around, and people at the gallery claimed that he was in a seat the entire time. And talk about cruel fate. Well, this is about all I know. Sorry. Guess I wasn't much help, huh?
That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life.
Edgeworth, you really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would we?
No, actually, that is the exact way I want to go out.
That's kind of what almost happened.
Yeah, that's in character.
He really said I can't fucking do this anymore.
Thank you for your advice, but there's no need to worry. I work in my own way, and I will catch this criminal in my own way as well. You'll see.
Look at you with your game paper, I'm ready to go!
I'm making no such face. Nah.
Did you know? Laughter is the best medicine, Edgeworth. Don't you get tired of making such a serious face all the time?
But if you have asthma, laughing too hard could be a health hazard, which means you could also die of laughing.
True enough.
I'm charged with making sure that all criminals of this world are found guilty. That's such a superhero line. I have no need for laughter. And that's sad.
There you go, making that face again. Oh well.
It's like one of those lines is cool, one of those lines is sad.
I've got to get going. I still have a few loose ends I need to tie up. Genuinely, I think that's one of my favorite sections to voice for her.
Yeah.
I also like just I kind of got chills with that music and like the way that conversation ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just got like very real.
Yeah, I did that on purpose because I was playing this case with my friends recently in a different server. And like I remember voicing it that way and I was like, I like the juxtaposition of like her laughing really hard and then being like, aren't you tired? Like I thought that was fun.
Yeah. It's just like actually concerned about Miles because he's still figuring out what he's doing.
Yeah.
What is he fighting for? The KG8.
Right now he certainly doesn't know.
Yeah. The KG8 incident and this murder investigation. It is my belief that these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus, that Detective Gumshoe. It's obvious he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly, this case is far from over. But whether or not that detective is the murderer can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name, or my name isn't Miles Edgeworth.
Yay!
Honorable name. That's actually kind of a great way to end the stream.
That is a good way to end.
Yeah.
My name is Miles Edgeworth. Ace Attorney Investigations.
If my name isn't Ace Attorney Investigation, Miles Edgeworth.
Ace Attorney Investigations is my first name.
Miles Edgeworth is my third name. My second name is homosexual. So.
Oh shit! We knew it.
All right.
What do you think so far, Dan?
I like this case.
Yeah.
I do too.
I like the characters.
Fresh air from the last case.
Yeah. I mean, Kay and Shilong were great in the last case, but the characters in this are also good.
Yeah.
And
Big fan of Detective Bad.
Oh yeah.
I love Callisto. She's fun.
Yeah.
There's So you all remember my when we went to Katsucon together, and I had my Gaviner's necklace for Clavier.
Mm-hmm.
The same artist who made that for me, she makes Callisto's earrings.
Okay.
And like I have no reason to buy them because I don't cosplay her, but I want those earrings so fucking bad. They're so cool.
Just wear them normally.
I know, but then it's gonna be like either people aren't gonna get it, and it's just gonna be like, wow, those are like some really loud earrings, or people are gonna be like, are you a lawyer or something? And I'm gonna have to explain, no, I have other job.
No, I have an obsession.
Yeah, there you go.
I have hyperfixations that would take way too long for me to explain, so just there.
I mean, I do wear my other character earrings for Mace Attorney on a regular basis. Like, I have Franziska's earrings, and I have Trucy, who you have not met yet's earrings.
Yeah.
Speaking of Katsucon, though...
I'm excited for Trucy. How do I meet her in the first Apollo
You meet
Justice?
her, like, in the first case of Apollo Justice.
Oh, okay. Because
Also... Oh, sorry.
the Apollo Justice characters that I know... This is off topic, but why not?
Okay.
The Apollo
Sure.
Justice characters that I know, since you've cosplayed them, Clavier Gavin.
Yep.
I know Trucy. Obviously Apollo. I know her name.
Her name?
Sykes.
Oh, Athena, yeah.
Yeah, Athena Sykes. And I've probably seen many other characters that I can't name.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
mostly those are the names that I know. Anyway. So yeah, I'm enjoying the case. I'll be excited to get back into it, which will be in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or not
Wait.
2 weeks. I think we're good for next
Oh, we
weekend.
are good for next weekend?
we're good for
Okay.
next
It's the week
weekend.
after. That's the.
Ah. Okay, cool.
Perfecto. Yeah.
Hopefully we can get, like, at least
Good
2
progress.
parts next
Yeah.
time. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't be such a busy day at my work because it won't be post-holiday Black Friday. But yeah, thank you all for joining. We had some new people in chat, and then they deleted themselves, but I didn't actually know that you could delete your own chat message.
Yeah, I guess you can.
So we'll see you all next week. Goodbye.